As the EU police mission completes its work on the EU civilian crisis management in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the time has come to reflect upon the accomplishments of the law enforcement sector and highlight the challenges that lie ahead in complying with the EU pre-accession requirement. To do this, we are implementing a public information campaign, presenting 10 television feature stories that depicts events which had a positive impact on the security situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina, contributing to the citizens' understanding and appreciation of police work. This series is a testimonial to the evolvement of the law enforcement in Bosnia and Herzegovina in the past decade and the role the EU police mission played in this process. Coordination, cooperation and communication, the concepts highlighted in the EU PM work, as well as this and previous public information campaigns, were crucial in busting the auto mafia ring in early 2011. The operation, dubbed Stone, led to a significant decrease of car thefts across the country, Canton Sarajevo in particular. The joint operation of police and prosecutor team staffed by Republika Srpska, Federation Bosnia and Herzegovina and Canton Sarajevo Police shed light on an enormous number of cases of stolen cars in a short period of time. Operation Stone will also be remembered by the fact that 40 suspects were detained in one day. It made a huge impact, given that this criminal group was cooperating with 3 others across the country. The presentation of work on protecting the citizens' property is followed by the feature on the coordinated action of the Indirect Taxation Agency and SIPA against customs fraud, tax evasion and money laundering, which has also shown law enforcement's determination to fight corruption within their own ranks, as 23 arrestees were ITA officers.
Došlo se do određenih pokazatelja koji pokazuju da na prostoru Bosne I Hercegovine postoji.
This organized criminal group in Bosnia and Herzegovina was involved in the thefts of luxurious heavy machines in Western Europe, for which they would forge documents in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia. The stolen machines were then transported to Slovenia and Croatia with the forged documents, then illegally imported into Bosnia and Herzegovina. The operation saw the seizure of 36 machines, valued at more than 2 million euros.
Vrijednost tih mašina koje su zaplijenjene prelazi 2 miliona eura.
The coordinated fight against corruption was also highlighted in the story about Operation Bingo, led by Brčko police in October 2011. This operation saw the arrest of prominent officials of the Brčko district government, which demonstrates that police in Bosnia and Herzegovina is doing its job responsibly and that there are no privileged ones when it comes to the law enforcement. The EU police mission praised the steps ahead in the fight against corruption, warning that more effort is still needed.
Because it is not good enough to fight corruption only by arresting perpetrators. It is about reducing opportunities. It is about setting deterrence. It is about to establish values in the society that we do not want to accept corruption at all, because it is taking away the future from citizens that they deserve. So the society as a whole needs to say no and to support the police and the prosecutors in what they are doing.
The efforts invested in tackling the dangers of cybercrime and the results achieved in suppressing it could not be overlooked either. The example used was the Derventa case, which saw one of the largest confiscations of child pornography photos and video footage in Europe. The feature also presents the EU PM-supported RS Ministry of Interior project Education of Children and Adults on Internet, aimed at preventing online abuse of children in general.
Ovaj projekat je prije svega namijenjen zaštiti djece koja aktivno koriste danas internet I koja su...
The project is aimed at protecting children who use internet and who are active on social networks. The results of the survey that we conducted in the area of Banja Luka reveals that vast majority of children in primary school, even the 4th and 5th graders, have more than 1,000 of friends on the Facebook, not even knowing who most of them are. This exposes them to situations which we consider potentially dangerous. For example, they may have been communicating to persons with dishonest intentions or a pedophile.
Osobom koja ima nečasne namjere ili takozvanim pedofilom.
The stories told also underline the importance of international and regional cooperation in improving security, featuring as one vastly successful example the joint border patrols the BiH border police has been successfully implementing with Croatia, Serbia and Montenegro, and that have proven to be an efficient tool in the fight against cross-border crime.
Započeli smo I sa sprovođenjem zajedničkih patrola sa kolegama iz Republike Hrvatske.
We launched joint patrolling with the colleagues from Republic of Croatia in November 2008, and we have so far carried out 293 of them. In most cases, these are boat patrols since the border is on Sava River. However, we also have joint vehicle and foot patrolling. The aim is to prevent illegal border crossings, smuggling of people, goods and other illegal activities. One of the greatest challenges to the field of border security in the region, particularly in Bosnia and Herzegovina, is upon us. With Croatia's accession to the EU, BiH border will become the longest outside EU border, which was discussed at the 9th Ministerial Conference on Cooperation in the Field of Border Security in the Southeast Europe, held in March 2012 in Skopje. This is a great challenge for both Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Croatia will apply the EU standards in the matters of the external EU borders, and this will be a new challenge for us, to prove ourselves as a good partner to the EU border police. I believe that we will live up to our tasks and be that good partner. In the coming period, we will construct border crossings with the Republic of Croatia and in the future with the EU. This means that there will be 2 border inspection posts. We are also working on the joint crossings in Neum. The conference participants, comprising ministers of security and interior from the southeastern Europe, concluded that this region has in the past year successfully responded to the very serious challenges in the field of border security, and that the form of regional cooperation as promoted by DCAF, which BiH wholeheartedly participates in, will be key in responding to all new challenges.
Well, Macedonia and Bosnia and Herzegovina are countries that share the same history and certainly share the same future in the European Union. Through to different initiatives, we cooperate on different levels, starting from the operational level to the highest political level. And when we speak about 2 friendly countries, despite the fact that there are a number of agreements and there are a number of joint operations and initiatives, we can always speak about improvement of the cooperation, because, as I said at the very beginning, we share same objectives. We share the objective for peaceful region, we share the objectives for better life for our citizens, and we certainly share the objective of the common European future.
Strengthening the administrative capacities in border control and document security has led to visa regime liberalization for citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina, together with the coordinated efforts of law enforcement agencies to strengthen the rule of law, the fight against organized crime, corruption and illegal migrations. The delegation of the European Union in Bosnia and Herzegovina points out that this was an example of the fact that determination and the cooperation of Bosnia and Herzegovina authorities with the European Union can bring benefits for Bosnia and Herzegovina and its citizens.
The visa liberalization that happened in December 2010 was a very good example of, first of all, the EU family working together, but more importantly, EU family working together with the local authorities in Bosnia and Herzegovina, with the view to obtain the free travel or the liberalized free travel for the citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The UPM's role in this was, of course, that they were working with the law enforcement agencies, which was an important and integral part of obtaining the visa liberalization. It was a big success, and we are sure that the people of Bosnia and Herzegovina, they enjoy it very much. What is very important is that when we assist or when we work together with the local authorities, our work is assisting the local authorities taking the decision. That was exactly what happened with the visa liberalization. We helped the authority take the decisions, they took them, and therefore they enjoyed the benefits of the decision making.
Here, we seize the opportunity to appeal to Bosnia and Herzegovina citizens to continue respecting the visa liberalization rules and thus help preserve the privilege of visa-free travel to the EU member states. In addition, we present the work of the Agency for Foreigners Affairs and the control of illegal migrations.
Osnovni uslovi, znači Evropske komisije.
The basic requirements of the European Commission were to ensure that we manage the migrations and that together with other law enforcement agencies, we have the capacities to take all repressive measures against illegal migrations. We have given our full contribution and reduced the illegal migrations to the controllable and normal level.
Da kažem tako, i normalne okvire.
The story about Bosnia and Herzegovina as security exporter is also too important to be left out. A total of 155 police officers from Bosnia and Herzegovina have taken part in peace operations missions with United Nations so far. They have been deployed to peace missions in Liberia, Sudan, South Sudan, Cyprus, East Timor and Haiti. Many of them have received medals, special certificates for their commitment and professional performance, and some have successfully advanced to managerial positions.
The management is very satisfied with the performance of our officers from BIH, namely from Republika Srpska and Federation BIH, Ministries of Interior, as well as SIPA and Border Police. At the moment, there are 7 of us in Liberia, and we are all holding managerial positions, which in itself is a true testimony of the quality of our work there.
Prospects are that by the end of 2012, Bosnia and Herzegovina will deploy its police officers under the EU flag too.
I do believe that there is a capacity to contribute to the European Union civilian crisis management missions right now from a perspective of a so-called third contributing state, as we have it with UPM as well, and later on as a member of the European Union.
All the featured stories are examples of work, of coordination, cooperation and communication between the law enforcement and criminal justice sector. As the head of the EU police mission put it, it is obvious that parts of the system are functioning well, and what is needed as the next step in the right direction is that the system functions as a whole.
This is what we call institutionalized cooperation, and this is what the recent progress report by the European Commission on Bosnia and Herzegovina has noted as being largely absent, and that there is much improvement that is necessary. And we say that this is a complicated, deep process that will take several years to realize. So you better start it now.
This is the 8th joint nationwide public information campaign of the 16 law enforcement agencies and the EU police mission since 2006, and it will remain a part of the EUPM's legacy to Bosnia and Herzegovina partners.